Now we can specialize. We can go back to the parallelogram and specialize it, but in another way. We can specialize it by making the four angles of the parallelogram as right angle. So if we got a parallelogram but with four right angles, then we call this shape as a rectangle, right? So parallelogram, so it means that every two opposite sides are parallel. So we have two pairs that are parallel. So this and this are parallel to each other, and this are parallel to each other, and they are equal. Every two opposite also sides are equal in size. So this and this are equal in size, for example, 10 centimeters, and this are equal in size, for example, 5 centimeters. But what is special about this parallelogram, so we call it a rectangle is again the right angles, right? So if you got a parallelogram with a right angle, actually it's the shape that you know since long time ago, which we call a rectangle. So now you know that the rectangle actually is a parallelogram as well, and a quadrilateral. Now, if we want to make this rectangle more and more special, we are going to try to make all the four sides equal. So instead of having every two opposite equal, we will have all four equal in size. So this side with this side with this side with this side, they are equal in size. What do we call this shape? This is a very well-known shape that you know it since long time ago. It's a square. So it's a rectangle actually, but it has all four sides equal in size, right? Actually, you know what? The square is also a rhombus. But what's the difference between a rhombus, or what's special about the square than the rhombus, is that the rhombus has angles that are not right angle, but a square has right angles. So a square is a rhombus, but with right angles, right? Because this rhombus also has four sides that are equal. So from here, you should know that I'm going to call them as a family. You know why? Because you can name them this way. It's always correct. So, for example, the square is named, let's imagine that the square is the son of, or the grandson of the other shapes. So the square, you can call it as a rectangle or a parallelogram or a quadrilateral, right? You can call it also a rhombus. So you can call it rectangle, rhombus, parallelogram, quadrilateral. All of them are correct. So for example, as your name, for example, your name is Maryam, your dad, Muhammad, your grandfather, Said, your grandfather, Faisal, and finally Mansouri, for example. So you will say Maryam, Muhammad, Said, Faisal, Mansouri, right? All of these are your names. You are a family, right? But by the way, we cannot name them the other way. So I'm going to use red to remind you, don't do this. So you cannot name them this way. So you cannot go call any quadrilateral as a square, okay? You cannot call your grandfather as Maryam, right? So these are a family and they are all special. The square is a special type of a rectangle and a rhombus. A rhombus is a special type of parallelogram. A rectangle is a special type of parallelogram. Parallelogram is a special type of quadrilateral. Trapezoid is also a special type of quadrilateral. I hope that this video helps you in this lesson, and good luck.